Drag Me to Hell, which is every week when I got to hang out with you guys.
Damn it! I was just gonna say that.
I know somebody's gonna do that. I have to do it first.
Korey,
Are you smoking again?
you have 3 days.
Is that the Goosebumps guy?
So you're the guy who did the voiceovers for Diablo 2. I was wondering.
Yes, Diablo 2. It's that exactly.
I'll get you, Gadget.
Yeah, exactly. Inspector Gadget.
Time.
All right, a heavy smoking girlfriend he used to go out with. But anyway,
Are you sure that was a girlfriend?
I was going to say.
He didn't check.
yeah,
She said she was Tia Leone.
Drag me to hell. God damn, this is a
Sam
good
Raimi
movie.
coming back, and I mean coming back to the classics, like the Evil Dead days. The reason he even became the huge director he is now.
oh yeah, no, this is definitely a throwback to the Evil Dead movies. Which
So what's this, a sequel to Army of Darkness or something?
No.
In fact, this feels like the movie that would have gotten made between Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. Like before he went off into that goofy, totally comedy stuff that Army of Darkness was, it feels more closer to that, still funny, but definitely more horror-oriented
So
Evil Dead
it's funny
2.
because I've been watching these trailers and they look damn scary.
Well-
and I'm not thinking funny at all.
Well, here's the deal. You can almost think of this as sort of a side story if you really want to dig deep into it to Evil Dead.
Oh, there's references
Yeah.
visually where you go, okay, yeah, this could easily be the same universe as
No,
this.
what you're talking about, Leon, though, is, the trailers are showing this as a straight horror. This is a classic 80s era horror comedy in the vein of Gremlins or Poltergeist.
Oh, right on.
In that vein where there's a lot of jokes to it. There's some funny stuff, but the bulk of the film is horror.
I wouldn't qualify Poltergeist in any sense as a horror comedy.
Yeah,
but,
I wouldn't either.
But Gremlins, you're right on about, and
Yeah.
it is like that because there are parts that are really gory, there are parts that are really scary, but most of it you're kind of like you're just really into it. It's very fast paced. It's got this sense of fun with.
Did you
its
really think it was
velocity.
gory? Because I didn't think it was gory
There
at
were
all.
like 2 parts that were gory in it, but even then they're not like gory like normal horror.
There's an excessive nosebleed, and then there's like snot coming from somebody's
yeah, he
mouth a
hasn't
lot.
killed as many people as you. So
No, exactly.
That's
So,
true. I don't know what human insides look like at this point.
I would say that this movie, to me, it's and maybe I was wrong because at first I'm looking at this and I'm saying it's being pitched as a horror movie, and this is where I think it's going to throw some people off because if you haven't seen Evil Dead, or if you're not a fan of Evil Dead, then this is going to be that movie that you're going to say, this isn't what I thought it would be, because to me it is funny. It almost goes to a Three Stooges level funny.
okay, so that common denominator audience who loves to go see the real horror movies, Friday the 13th and My Bloody Valentine,
This is not that movie.
they're gonna come out going, that was
Well,
stupid.
this is zero risk, okay? It's very low budget, first off. And not in a way you look at it and go, wow, this looks cheap. It's very low budget in the sense there's, smaller actors in it. It's a smaller production. I mean, yeah, sure, Justin Long is in it in a small part, but he's really the biggest
Who's the
star
blonde?
in this
I've seen her
film.
before, but
Alison Lohman.
oh, Alison Lohman. Okay.
Candle, was it Matchstick Man that you saw?
Yeah,
her in?
yeah, okay.
And the story here is Alison Lohman is the character you're talking about. She works at a bank and she's going for a promotion. So this gypsy woman comes in and she says, "Please, I need an extension on my mortgage." And she's like, "We don't do that, but I can talk to my boss." So the boss is like, "You know what? You're competing with this other guy for this promotion. You make the decision." Of course, to really show that she's strong-willed, she's like, "I can't. I'm sorry." And the woman's like, "Please, come on. You put me out of my home. I got dignity." And she's like, "Nah." And so at this point, she's like, "You know what? I put a curse on you."
Haven't we all learned that you don't cross gypsies because they will put a curse
Exactly.
on you?
When a woman comes in with 2 different colored eyes and a scarf, you don't fuck with her.
You should just
say,
shoot her in the head before she says anything.
Yeah,
Or you go like, I'm on break.
yeah, exactly.
So what happens is she puts a curse on her and curses a lamia onto her. And this is a spirit that will kill you in 3 days and drag your soul to hell. Hence the title, Drag Me to Hell.
Which normally you think you have to sign some sort of contract for that sort of thing, but apparently, no. In this case, anybody can go,
No.
you know what? Lamia on your ass, bitch.
Exactly. An old woman can come in and vomit phlegm on you, and you curse. A demon's coming for you.
Oh, damn, I feel like you old bitch, you still not going to get a loan.
And then it's okay. She's like, "That's okay. A demon's coming to drag your ass to hell later. Fine. I'm going to have a home, but you're going to be in hell."
Someone has cursed you. Is the Lamia, the most feared of all demons. For the first 3 days, the spirit torments its victims. After that, it will come to take you.
Take me where?
To burn in hell for eternity.
The gypsies in this universe, I'm sure the actual Romani are a little offended by the concept at this point, but the gypsies in this universe are a little bitchy.
And by the way,
Actually, but most people from Romania, they hate the gypsies.
because they got demons that'll tell them to take you to hell. No, and if you think about it, it's kind of a dumb idea, yeah. Because if that was true, then every fucking gypsy would be in a mansion at this point. You know, it's like they would get anything that they want. But here,
Apparently, the trade-off is that you become ugly as fuck.
yeah. Oh man.
So Cyrus, what did you get out of the deal?
Oh, that's not right. No, don't encourage that. That's
sorry.
not nice. That's not nice at all.
Finish him.
3 days, Carlyle. 3 days.
But
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. That's all I'm saying.
shit, 3 hours. You know, but. What can we say that we haven't said already? I personally believe that this is something that Sam Raimi fans and Evil Dead fans are really going to clamor to. I think it's going to have a little bit of trouble extending beyond that because I think maybe its first week is going up against a children's movie, so the kind of programming could work. But I think you're going to get a lot of people in, a lot of teenagers and people into horror movies, and they're going to see it and they're going to say, okay, this was cool, but it's not what I expected. But the real fans of Evil Dead and Sam Raimi are going to love this.
I think everyone is going to love this who actually sees it, but I think you're right in the sense that most of the people who are actually going to see it in the theater are going to be the people who already know who Sam Raimi is, who already know what the Evil Dead movies are. Those are the ones who are going to be screaming about it while everyone else goes, "What's the Evil Dead?"
Yeah, all 6 of them will be there and opening.
And
You really think the Evil Dead's that small of a fan club?
I also have to disagree with you on the fact that this is a PG-13 horror film.
Yeah.
And even the really super shitty, ultra crappy PG-13 horror films do really well. And here, the summer, kids are off. They can go and see a horror film, and they're going to see something they really love and tell their friends about it and drag them back to the film. This film was great. We got to see this at South by Southwest. I'm going to the screening again next week. Can't wait to see it again. This is really one of my favorite films of the summer. I adore it. I'm not betting the farm on the fact that it's going to take the opening weekend, but I think it's going to have legs and that it's going to get a lot of good word of mouth and that people are going to enjoy the hell out of it.
And it'll definitely have a strong life on DVD after the fact.
Yeah.
Especially if Anchor Bay gets a hold of it. How many fucking versions of this movie will they put out?
Releases of Drag Me to Hell.
I'm thinking that, look, if you're going to watch this, I mean, it's a fun movie, man. Watch it with a group of people, whether it be at the theater or on DVD. I mean, you can watch it by yourself and still laugh. I mean, that's the first time I was exposed to Evil Dead. I caught it on HBO and laughed my ass off, and I thought it was great. But really, the best way to watch this is to watch it with a group of people who can have as much fun as you can. Perfect midnight movie, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, because we saw it with a group of people, and everybody was into it, and people...
We saw it with a theater of 1,200 people howling and screaming at the top of their lungs, writhing in their chairs.
Clapping and yelling.
This is a fun theater experience. This is the only thing that's been close to it recently has been Crank, where it's one of those things that you want to see with a big, loud, raucous audience that's just going to go nuts with you and just have fun with it.
That is the way to see it, which is why this is the full price movie for me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
I absolutely think it's full price. It is definitely one of the most entertaining things you're going to see this summer. You should absolutely rush out and see this at your earliest convenience and see it at full price.
Yeah, I'm pushing the silly aspect of this, but I saw it where there was a group of girls behind me, almost to the point where they were annoying. They were like up in their seat and cringing at certain
Except
parts
that you
of the
never
movie.
get annoyed with anything with a vagina.
No, I don't. But that should tell you something. They were getting on my nerves. But no, they and so some scary parts of the movie do work. And yeah, like I said, what can I say? Maybe I'm not the kind of guy to tell you to see this movie because I am biased because I love Evil Dead 2 and I like Sam Raimi. But yeah, full price.
Well, sweet. Wow, I didn't expect that. I thought you were going to be like, lots of people aren't going to like this because they're in
It's the summer. He always bumps up his review one in the summer.
In the summertime, yeah.
Look at Wolverine, man.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you give that a matinee?
Oh, look at Transformers, man.
Hey, I
still haven't backed down
repeatedly
from that.
Exactly.
I love Transformers, motherfucker.
He's got his fan club based entirely on that fact. As the one guy from Spill who loved the Transformers.
I see you have your own pool of shit to dive into. That's perfect.
All right, Wolverine boy.
Talk about
Snicked.
Yeah, talk about drag me to
I love
hell.
my amnesia bullets.
Drag me down to the Transformers fan club.
Soon it will be you who comes begging to me.